I set alerts for 25. I set alerts for 50. That was it. I didn't think it was going to go any higher than that. So I was in Walmart. I hear my phone ring. And I looked at my phone. The price of DWAC was literally at like $75.
$75?
It was $75.
From $10 at an open?
$10, bro. As I'm looking at it, it's still going up.
For those watching right now, I'm here with Sai, and I'm excited, right? I'm excited right now. And if you don't know, this guy has made $10 million in like 2 years straight. And we finna dig into this whole story.
Let's get it.
But we had to let you know how all of this started, right? Everything isn't built from like this perfectly built foundation, this he's a trust fund baby and he started with money. No. Like some things are built rough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what makes the journey so beautiful and so relatable. And so why I wanted you here in person is because like it's real, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? The story is real. You know what I mean? The way like you walk around like a rock star. I mean, like look at the chains on the neck. How heavy are those chains?
You asked me that the other day. Bro, where was we? And I was like, I gotta take this off.
Yeah. Hey, all right. So we got his team in the background. We got Brandon and Brandon in the background.
Brandon.
Did you guys feel unsafe walking around with this guy with all these chains on?
I was definitely a little worried.
You just call him up like, hey mom, look, make sure you got insurance policy.
Yo, when I was in Mexico, bro, I actually brought my chains with me when I went to Tulum. The first day we got out there, it was like 10 o'clock at night in Mexico, and my watch got stolen by one of the freaking policemen.
What?
Yeah, bro, I got a video. I posted it on my Instagram, and everybody was like, nah, bro, you can't wear chains. And I was like, why not? They was like, bro, they will kill you out there.
Oh, man.
They do not mess with Americans like that.
Listen, we need somebody in the comment section right now. If you know, where do you like to travel? Caribbean?
I don't know. After that, I was scared to travel out the country.
All right, so this is what we want to do.
Yeah, I want to go to Colombia.
All right, boom. Anybody from Colombia or any foreign or international country, I need you to drop in the comments right now. Let Sai know what's appropriate and what's not appropriate as far as jewelry so he can know, all right? We got to protect Sai. All right, so $10 million as a trader.
Yeah.
What you do is very unique because you just don't flip accounts and just trade your own money. You share the wealth and the knowledge.
Yeah.
You are into
asset management.
Management, managing funds for others. I want to talk about how you first got introduced to the trading space. You're working and
so
what happened?
Around the time where I just moved in with my mom, I was 17 at the time. And, I was working at this Crystals on like Cleveland Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia. And I was working there. It was terrible. It was so terrible. And like, I used to hate going to work, but I'm a work. Like, 9 to 5s never bothered me. It was like a sense of like, okay, I know I got to get out of it, but I love work. So that was one of the jobs I hated. It was really ratchet. It was hood. I seen ladies like walk around naked in front of my face. I seen gunshots. I seen a dude get killed on in the gas station. I seen a lot of stuff in that job. So I was going through that job, but I continued to push through it. So one day I was working. It was like roughly around like 6, 7 o'clock. I had just got there 2 hours before, and I seen this lady come through the drive-thru with like a BMW. It was really nice. She had like chains on, nice little watch. Her boyfriend was also next to her, chains on, and he had also a nice little watch. And for some reason, I've never asked nobody this question before, but for some reason I was like, hey, what do you do for a living? Like, I want to know what you do for a living. Never asked anybody ever this question. The TikToks for what do you do for a living wasn't even out at the time.
It was unpopular.
Yeah, it wasn't even popular. So me asking that was so random. And she was like, oh, I trade stocks. And I was like, stocks? Like, I had no clue what that was. I didn't even know people made over $1,000 because I was making like $400 every 2 weeks. And I was like, there's no way anybody else is making money. So she ended up showing me like Robinhood. She showed me this Robinhood account, and it was like 30K in it. I didn't know what was going on. I was just looking at numbers.
Yeah.
And she was like, how old are you? And I was like 17. And she was like, oh, snap. Well, you got to wait till you're 18 to legally be able to trade. But make sure you get into it when you turn 18. So it was just stuck in the back of my mind. I was like 7 months away from my birthday. So the months went by, and then I finally turned 18. And I remember what that lady said to me. So when I turned 18, I remember I went through the foster care system. So I didn't have my Social Security. I didn't have my birth certificate with me. So I had to go get those things at 18. It took me like 2-3 weeks to get everything. Finally got it. First thing I did when I got all of it together was I started my first Robinhood account and a Weibo account. And I put $5 into Robinhood, made like 20 cents off of like putting it a small bit into like Apple. And then it went up like a little bit and I made 2 cents. And I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. I didn't even know the power. I was like, okay, whatever this is, I just made 2 cents. I'm pretty sure I can make more. So let me do this.
Yeah.
The first YouTube video I watched was by The Humble Trader.
Yep.
I believe she's Asian.
Yeah.
She teaches about stocks, and I watched it. It was like, how much money do a day trader make? That was the first video I ever watched. And she was like, realistically, we never know.
It's crazy. I was laughing when you said that because, you know, that's her slogan. Like on her channel, she always go up to other traders. So how much money do you make?
Yeah.
So when you said that was funny.
Yeah. So definitely I watched, that was the first video. And then I was like, okay, I might want to do this.
Yeah.
And at that time I was already like, bro, I was putting hours into the wrong thing. I was putting like, it was days I was putting like 22 hours into playing video games. Like I kid you not, it was so bad. My mom literally told me like, son, you're finna be 18. If you keep doing this, I might have to kick you out.
Oh, like, we ain't doing that again.
You ain't doing that. She was like, because I used to play the game, like, I kid you not, 22 hours a day, sleep for 2 hours, and I'll get back up, play the game.
Yeah.
Play the game. And I used to do that a lot. So then once I found out about trading, I just reversed it and started doing that. And I was working, and then whenever I had time to even check my phone, look at my phone, I was watching a video. I was really huge on watching videos more than actively being in the markets. I'm not even gonna lie. Like when I first started, I was watching like everything. I wanted to know everything. I wanted to know like all the terms, all the lingos. I wanted to know how to do it, what to do, what's the best brokerage to go out with, or this and that. I was all over it. And I watched this one YouTube channel called Alux, and they was pretty good when it came to like having a business mindset, having a, you know, entrepreneur mindset. But the first thing I did when I got into trading was learned about like financial how to even know about finances. What's the word? Money management.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Money management.
Yep.
That was the first thing I learned, because I was told on one video that I watched, it was like, yo, if you can't manage your money in real life, if you can't manage your bank account, how are you going to manage a trading account?
That's facts.
If you literally can't manage your money in real life and make sure you don't spend it all, you're literally going to spend it all in the markets too.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that was the first thing I learned was money management. And yeah, that's how trading started. I ended up, you know, trading for stocks for like 6 months. Around that time, stocks was really booming. Like there was things like DWAC, which was my biggest trade ever. But to the build up, I was trading things like Apple. I was trading the SPY. I was trading low penny stocks at that time, because that's when they had this Twitter guru called Zach Morris. He was really good at calling out stocks. I used to, you know, watch him. But the thing I would notice about people who call out trades is like, sometimes when they call out trades, you might want to get in like a couple minutes like later than what they do, because when he call out trades, it'll pump up and then it'll dump and then it'll go back up again. So I would have to wait after he calls it, wait, everybody's gonna buy it, it's gonna come back down, jump in, then it's gonna go back up. So I got used to doing that over and over. I remember making my first $1,000 off of CEI.
Okay.
And that was like a chamber energy stock. It went from 20 cents to like $5 in less than 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy gains. And I made my first 1,000, and I was saving up money at that time. So I was also throwing money into my account. Went from like 3,000 to up to 10, then 15, and I was consistently growing it. Wow. And then one day I ended up getting to 100K on my account. And this was like 3 months in. And I was like, okay, bet.
That's a lot of growth.
Yeah,
really fast.
It was crazy. It was crazy, because I was like, I remember I traded this one stock. It went from it went from like $9.50 all the way up to like $20. And I was like, whatever I'm doing with these stocks, I got to just keep doing that.
Yeah, don't change nothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I would wake up every morning trying to find like the lowest stock or something that's, trending a little bit and seeing if I can catch the bottom of it or even catch it before it goes up, because that was the big gains. That was the penny stocks was honestly the biggest wave in 2021. That was like the biggest wave. And then we had DWAC, which was Trump's. He wanted to make a new Twitter. It was called, anybody know what that was called?
Yeah, I remember what
he came out with a social media app.
Yeah.
It was called Social. I think it was called Social something. It was Social something. Anyway, he came out with a social media app, and it was supposed to be bigger than Twitter. So it came into the market at $10. Like, first day it came into the market at $10. Everybody was talking about it on Twitter. And I had 100K around this time. And I was like, bro, Donald Trump, yo, I got to get in on this, bro.
It's gonna go.
So I kid you not, at that moment, I made the biggest life decision ever in my life. And I was like, bro, if I don't put all my money on the line on this, then it's just, I might lose. I might not lose, but I might miss this opportunity. I seen the opportunity. Everything was there. I seen that it just opened up. So I know it had some growth. So I knew from wherever I was going to buy it, it was going to at least go up at least $2-3. I knew that. But I got in putting like, I think 90K in there, like almost 90% of my whole capital. And I was like, okay, bet. I waited. First, it opened up at 9:30. It went from $10 to $15.
What?
Yes, bro. It was crazy. It went from
Woo!
$10 to $15. I was like, bro, hold up.
What was your
like,
account at that?
My account, bro, I think
when
my
he got
account,
the $15.
My account was at roughly like, bro, it was like roughly at 15-20K. It was roughly around there. And I was like, okay, wait. And as soon as I was like, all right, let me just put my phone up. I'm gonna set an alert if it hits my stop loss or whatever. Cause I put my stop loss in profit. I was like, all right, bet if it goes back down to like $12, then I just take the $2 gain and I'll be okay with that. So then I let it be. I set alerts for 25. I set alerts for 50, and then that was it. I didn't think it was gonna go any higher than that. Tell me why. That day I was off. It was a Thursday, I believe. It was a Thursday. I was off. And I didn't have any work or anything, so I was in Walmart just getting some stuff for the family, because I used to eat these rice pasta sides, bro. These things are good, but I'm gonna tell you, I used to get like a buttload of those things. So I'm in Walmart, I'm shopping. Next thing you know, I hear my phone ring, ding, ding. I'm like, whoa. And I didn't check my phone, but it just kept dinging, bro. It just kept dinging. So I was like, all right, I didn't have any friends at the time, so I knew it wasn't a text message. So then I ended up pulling out my phone in the middle of Walmart, and I remember I was in like the hygiene aisle. I remember I was like in the middle of the hygiene aisle, and I looked at my phone, and I was floating like 300K, and the price of DWAC was literally at like $75.
$75?
It was $75
from $10 at an open?
$10, bro.
Oh
like you can go look this up. Like you can go look at it. It went from $10 to $75,
That's
and
insane.
as I'm looking at it, it's still going up. I got out at $120. I got out at $120. It went up all the way to like $156. From $10, it went all the way back up to $156. A couple weeks later, it ended up dropping all the way back down to $20. All the way back down, and I think it's still going down to this day. I don't know.
Yeah.
But at that time, I got out at 120. I was roughly around like 400K in profit. And I was like, all right, I'm done trading.
That's crazy.
It was the craziest thing to me. I cried in the Walmart for like a split second. I called my mom. I was like, yo, Ma, I'm on my way home. I thought I was finna shop, but I'm not. I'm finna come home. I gotta tell you something. And bro, I went home that day. I was scared to tell my mom at the time. I was like, Ma, I don't know what's going on, but just know I got your back. Whatever you need, I got your back. I didn't tell her at the time. I was scared because I was like, I'm not gonna lie. Parents are kind of like, when it comes to making money, I didn't want to get that life lesson.
Yeah.
She eventually found out, but I didn't want that life lesson speech. I was just in shock. I wanted to be at peace at that time, and I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I went on YouTube because this is where I got all my information from. I was like,
YouTube
what do you-
University.
Yeah. I was like, bro, what do I do if you make, like, what do you do with your money if you start making a lot of money? They was telling me invest into real estate, get into this and that. But I didn't have any good people around me to like help me out with that. So I kind of was like, I can't do that. I got to find something else.
Yeah.
Or I can just be on my phone and make money. So eventually, you know, as time went on, I was like, okay, I took some money out, helped my mom out with some things. And I just continued to grow that account. I put back 400K back in there, or like roughly around 380. It was like 380. And I continued to grow that account for the rest of the year. Coming into December, I eventually made my first $1 million off of trading stocks.
So this is all in the first year of trading
Yeah.
stocks. $1 million in your first year of trading
Yeah.
stocks.
It was the craziest thing ever. And honestly, this is when everything changed though.